Hi, I'm Blair Gilbert, here for MrHardware.com and Gilbert's Pro Hardware in St. Clair Shores, Michigan. I'm here to talk about a common problem with a fill valve in a toilet. This is a very common question I get asked all week long. This particular fill valve, now there's two mechanisms in a toilet. There's a fill valve that puts water into the tank and shuts off at a desired level, and then there's a flush valve. And the flush valve is what lets the water out, whether it's with a ball or a flapper or whatever. Well, we're discussing this particular unit here is a Fluidmaster. It's a nice unit. It adjusts to height up and down. It's common. It's loved by many plumbers because one unit does everything. So quite often you may have to do this if you have crappy water in your neighborhood, or you maybe have done some work on your plumbing. Some Teflon tape might, or a piece of rust, or a piece of something come through and get against there. You've got to purge it out, because if you don't take and blow a load of water out, that rust will stay in here. It'll come up here and it will lay up against the gasket in here, and this baby will fill really slowly, or it won't fill at all, or it won't stop filling. So here's a quick trick. It's got a lever that when the float comes up and the water hits it, shuts off. You pick up on the lever and you turn a quarter of a turn. That's it, quarter of a turn, and the top comes off, just like that. And the trick to doing it sometimes is, it's threaded here. So if you're up on top and you're looking and you don't see it, and you go to untwist it, what happens is, sometimes the whole unit just starts unthreading. That's not doing you any good. So what you do is you reach in the toilet and you hold it just underneath the float. Then now you have direct connection so that you can twist lock this top a quarter turn counterclockwise. Off it comes. You made sure it was clean. Here's part of the problem. This little pin is part of the firing mechanism. So imagine a little piece of Teflon tape laying against that. So what you do is you pop the top off. You put your hand or a rag or a cup over the top. You turn the water on slowly. What happens is the water will come and it will push any crumb that was in here pushing against that pin. It will push it out into the toilet tank. You only do it for a few seconds. You can see through this unit, and there's no thing to obstruct or slow the water down. As I take and pop the top off, like I just showed you, you got rid of the crud in here. While you have the top off, there's a little rubber gasket in here that's replaceable. Here it is right here. Fluidmaster Pro 22 replacement gasket, and it pulls out. It's got a little nipple on the gasket. When you pull it out, there's a little pin. Can you see the pin moving with the float? I can put it on the pin, get it back in the hole, put it back together, twist lock it on, and there it is. Now, this gasket lasts 10 years and more. Twist lock's a quarter of a turn, and it lifts off. Now I'm making it look very easy. You reach inside, you grab this down lower. So you grab the gray part of this assembly. So we can get rid of this cap. And then what happens is to get this off, this shoulder is going to prevent us from turning it. So you lift up on the arm, and sometimes, and don't be afraid to break this arm, you have to take it, twist it. It's a quarter of a turn, but you got to twist it to get it free. So one problem or the other typically is repaired without even any new parts. But if you have a chance, go to the store, you get a Fluidmaster 400 or this Pro 22 kit. They're the same gasket, and get it so when you go home for less than $3, you can take and fix your toilet. Thanks to Mr. Hardware and MrHardware.com.